Hello and welcome to the News Minute. The murder of anti-stone quarrying activist in Pudukkottai district has shocked the entire state. To talk about this, I have with me Jayaram from Arappor Iyakkam. Before I go across to him, here is a quick reminder. News Minute, News Laundry and News Minute Tamil. We are a completely ad-free platform. We are not dependent on government ads or ads from political parties. So this is one of the reasons why you should support independent media. Become a paid subscriber of the News Minute and the News Laundry. Jairam, thank you so much for talking to us. Uh, the murder of Jagaber Ali in Pudukkottai has shocked the entire state, but there is little conversation about it. The government has transferred this case to the CBCID. Is that the end of it, or is there something more than what meets the eye?
See, there are several things that we need to talk about. Number one, there seems to be a breakdown of law and order in Pudukkottai, particularly a district where a lot of illegal quarrying seem to be happening. And here is an activist who has raised a voice. He has filed a complaint. In fact, it looks like he has filed a lot of complaints with a lot of evidences of illegal quarrying. He has given specific information about where the illegal quarrying is happening, where the stones are being stored and all that. So, given all this and the murder that has happened, this has completely shocked the state, I will say, because there are several activists, several people across Tamil Nadu who has been facing different kinds of threats due to from illegal quarrying people, from different types of environmental violators, from people who do corruption. So there are so much of threat that people have been receiving. And to see that this is now going on to the next stage, because we have not seen much of the killings happening in the southern part of the country. We have seen this in the northern part of the country, but in the southern part of the country, it felt like people can raise questions.
We
there
are
was a space
relatively safe, and there is a space to raise all these issues.
those questions, but that seemed to be shrinking quite a lot. And this murder has kind of exposed the kind of lawlessness that is there in the state, particularly because it is not that people don't know that he is not under threat. Because he has raised the complaint with Tahsildar, RDO, DRO and many other people, and they have not acted on it. And he has alleged that the Tahsildar has in fact leaked the complaint to the quarry owner itself. And if this is what is happening, this shows the kind of nexus that is there between the government machinery and the illegal quarrying people. And therefore, this nexus, when it is there, there is an environment of complete threat where citizens are unable to raise their voice. And on the other side, even after this murder, what we are seeing is that the police has not registered a FIR immediately of murder. The Tahsildar, there is no action that has been taken on the inspector, on the Tahsildar, or any other government servants who has, committed gross, I would say, criminal negligence in this aspect, right? So no action has been there on any of them. So this is a kind of state of helplessness that we seem to be living in today.
Okay, talking about Pudukkottai, you mentioned lawlessness, but Pudukkottai, that the constituency in which the murder happened, it's the constituency of the law minister of Tamil Nadu, and within hours after the incident, he was putting out a tweet saying that the police has arrested those who are responsible within 5 hours, claiming it to be a big achievement. But the fact of the matter is the manner in which the police has handled this case. There's a huge amount of delay in registering the FIR. The police refused to take the complaint. The family has raised suspicion. The family has raised doubts, but the police has refused to, accept all that. So, in these circumstances, in this backdrop, the case is now being probed by the CBCID. Do you have any hope that the investigation is heading in the right direction?
See, what we need to see is that the murder that has happened is not just due to the illegal quarrying person, murdering a person out of, some past grievances or anything.
Previous
enmity or something. It is about this person has constantly raised issue of illegal quarrying, And what we are seeing is that, see, this is a pattern that we are seeing throughout the state, wherein this illegal quarrying is happening with the active support of the government. And it's not at the lower level. It's not just at the, the inspector level or the tahsildar level alone. It seems to travel all the way till the top. Because even after court orders, even after penalties, the range of illegal quarrying that is being exposed, no criminal action is being taken on any of the illegal quarrying people in Tamil Nadu. So, therefore, there is a very active support from the government machinery. And therefore, what we are seeing here is that at the local level, the inspector seems to be clearly in some kind of nexus, and he has, the family has said that this is a suspicious death. He must have been murdered. That's what his wife said in the interview, right? But the inspector failed to register a FIR of murder or suspicious death. It took so long for them to even convince the police. After a lot of pressure came in, then only they have registered a FIR. So, what action did the government take on that inspector? Now, the tahsildar, I think this person has given a complaint by end of December or so.
December 26th was the
26th.
day Jagaber Ali lodged that complaint with the tahsildar. And after that, he followed it up with several authorities, with the DRO, RDO, and even with the collector. On Jan 13th, he was there at the collector's office. And that is the video clip that we have been seeing, like where he talks about the kind of inaction on part of the district administration, on the part of the police and the other authorities. So, in that video, he says that on Friday, I will be organizing people and I'll be holding a protest because I have no other option. But on the same day, the day of the protest, he has been killed. So there is clearly a pattern to it.
Yeah, and the content that he says, that the tahsildar seems to have leaked the complaint to the mine owner, right? And so it is very clear that even though he has given complaint by December 26 or so, there was at least 20 days. And no action has been taken. See, this is a case where he has given evidences of where these illegal quarrying, which are the areas where, what are the survey numbers where they are storing these illegal quarrying things. So, immediately a raid should have happened. It's just a 1 day or 2 day thing for a VAO or a tahsildar or the district administration to find this and take action. The fact that they have left for so long shows the nexus between the district administration, the mining department, because he has also given the complaint to the mining department. The mining department, the district administration, and the people who are doing this illegal quarrying, the RR group. So, therefore, this nexus is the reason. Now, this nexus not only is there at the local level, it travels all the way till the top. And this is why we are seeing throughout the state there is so much of illegal mining that is happening. So, given this issue, what confidence can we have that the CBCID will inquire this properly? There will be pressure on the CBCID as well to close down this case without evidence or something like that. So, we have to see, in fact, Tamil Nadu government, if at all they have to restore some kind of faith, they have to act really on the district administration. They have to act on the people who have committed this gross criminal negligence in terms of the tahsildar, in terms of inspector, in terms of other people, the mining department officials. See, don't the mining department officials know that so much of illegal quarrying is happening? In fact, after the Thirumayam Adaimidi Pankulam, the mining department said that we are buying drones. In fact, they bought drones and they said that we will use the drones to calculate the illegal mining quantity. But no report has been put up online. Nothing has happened so far. No penalty is being collected based on the drone data. In fact, you don't even have data about how much a mine can, how deep they can go, what is the width of mining that they could do. No information is there online. So, the department itself encourages illegal mining. That is the situation we are in. And this is all the way till the top, the IAS level, the minister level. The minister has not taken any action on the illegal mining. So, this is the situation we are in.
So, in this case, this quarry has been functioning without a valid license, valid permit for the past 2 years. And according to Jagaber Ali in his complaint, he says that per day mining worth 84, 84 crores happens in that particular quarry. And now throughout the year they have been doing it 365 days, 24 hours. And according to him, the approximate amount of plundering of natural resources that happened is worth 840 crores. It's a huge scam.
Yeah, it is a huge scam. It is a huge loss to the exchequer. It is a huge loss to the environment. And today the government is saying, if we close down Tasmak, where is the money? You see in the mining, the quantum of illegal mining that is going on around the state. And so this is why, in fact, they have tried now murdered Jagaber Ali. He has brought out all these things. Now, if the mine is operating without a license for a year or two, don't the mining department officials know? Don't the district? What about the district collector? What about the RDO, DRO? So everyone knows about this, right? And they have stayed silent for this long, which shows the kind of nexus that is happening in this mining department.
So what does it mean when the district collector knows that there is illegal mining that is taking place and they don't visit the particular site? And then when an incident like this happens, the top officials do not go there, do not visit the site. They have no idea absolutely what's happening on ground. So does this mean bureaucratic apathy?
Yeah, it is on one side it is apathy, but on the other side it is a very active nexus is what I would like to say. Because see, it could be either the district administration, the top officials in the district administration who could be directly in nexus, or they could receive orders from the top that they should not visit this place, involve in this, and so on. So we do not know which one has happened, but either of this is dangerous, and particularly given that this has happened. In fact, even after the death, we are hearing that the collector has not visited, right? The collector has not visited. The SP, I don't know whether they have visited or not. The point is that what confidence have they even given the family? Have they visited the family? Has the collector visited the family, given them any confidence? No. So this shows that the government does not want justice in this case. And therefore, after some hue and cry, now they seem to have transferred it to CBCID just to tell that, we are, kind of serious about it. But no action on the ground, no action on inspector, no action on Tahsildar, no action on district administration, and particularly no support to the family. In fact, the family is under threat. Why is there no protection that is being given to the family?
No, I visited their house and the entire village is shocked. They are in fear. And there's no police outside, the house of the residence of Jagaber Ali. The family is inside. So I asked them, they are living in some kind of fear. They say that we have to, go about doing our work because our lives are dependent on the work that we do in the locality. But they still feel helpless. They can't. They're hoping that the district administration will do something about it. But nothing seems to have happened so far.
And his wife said that they do not have confidence in the
police
investigation that is going on. And so this is the state of affairs. The government has to take this up seriously, and there needs to be a complete, on one side they need to ensure justice for the family, compensation for the family, and so on. On the other side, they have to completely revamp this mining department. This is going on throughout the state. See, this mining department is not just about illegal quarrying. It's not about just the loss to the exchequer. It's not just about the loss to the environment. It is about they are now creating a big breakdown of law and order throughout the state. See, if they are able to threaten anyone, people throughout the state. In fact, throughout the state, wherever illegal quarrying has happened, people are not able to raise their voice locally. They are directly being threatened. Either they threaten directly or through the administration, through the police, they threaten. So that is the kind of lawlessness that is happening because of the illegal quarrying. So the breakdown of law and order and the illegal quarrying are directly related to each other. They are in nexus. So the government must understand this. If they don't curtail this illegal quarrying, if they don't reform this department, if they don't change ways, then this is a very, very serious state of affairs for the state. There is a very serious breakdown of law and order that is happening in the state.
This is not the first incident. In the past, we have seen activists getting attacked or beaten up by the mining mafia or the sand mafia. People have been killed. In fact, in Toothukudi, a VAO was killed. In Vanyambadi, a person who gave information, a political activist, a party worker who gave information about illegal sale of ganja was killed on the streets of Vanyambadi. So we see these kind of incidents taking place time and again. Where is the protection for activists or social activists who are taking up such issues? What happens to them?
See, for a very long time, we have been now talking about this, but there has been absolutely no political will. If you remember, there was a person who opposed the quadrilateral project in Bihar who was killed in 2003 or so. And right from that time, there has been a very serious call for Whistleblowers Protection Act, be it inside the government or outside the government. See, who are the people who face threats? There are honest officials within the government who wants to raise a complaint about the illegalities that is happening in their department. They don't have any kind of protection if they raise it. Number two, we have seen people outside the government, people, individual activists and other people who have raised issues of corruption, human rights violation, environmental violations,
Police atrocities.
and so on. So these are people who are directly under threat from anti-social elements, and many a times in nexus with the administration officials itself. So therefore, these are the people who require protection to their life, and therefore, very clearly, we need a Whistleblower Protection Act. At the national level, there is no political will to bring it as well. At the state level also, there has been no political will. Time and again, in fact, we have met Chief Minister Stalin when he was in the opposition. We met him and gave an anti-corruption manifesto in which we have very clearly said that a Whistleblower Protection Act is required. So these are things that the state, the center, all of them must work on to bring such laws. And if you are not even protecting people, who wants to save the resources in their area, who want to give, ensure that there is a clean, transparent administration on the ground,
and help the government, because at the end of the day, it's lost to exchequer. Yes. Whatever illegal mining happens there or whatever illegal activity happens, it's lost to exchequer.
All of these people are doing only the fundamental duty that is given in the constitution to protect the public resource. And if the state is not going to protect them, if they are going to be open to all these big threats that are coming up. See, as you said, if 840 crores is the amount of illegal mining, look at the kind of money power and muscle power that this mining person has.
Mining mafia
has. And this is just one mine that we are talking about. Look, if you take just the district of Tirunelveli, we have more than 100 mines. In each of the district, we have 50 or 100 mines. And so you look at the money and muscle power of this entire mining mafia. And there are people in each village, each place who are standing up against such illegal mining mafia. And such people needs to be protected at all costs. And therefore, the government must now, at least now, seriously look into bringing about the whistleblower protection law. And until such law comes into effect, you need to protect the people. Wherever a complaint comes of a threat, the government needs to take it very, very seriously. Today, there is no action, not even a FIR or a CSR is being filed on such complaints that comes to the police station.
Right, Jayaram. Thank you so much for talking to us and expressing your views. We will be closely following this story. And, this is an incident which needs to be talked about. And this is one of the reasons why News Minute has been continuously following this story. So do become a paid subscriber of the News Minute and support independent journalism. Thank you.